you wouldn't want to miss. Is it love, lust, obsession, or infatuation? You want to find out? I'll provide you with all the answers and solutions to your problems on the Love Zone.
On GRTS. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Women's Magazine, a program that looks at issues that affect women, their achievements and contributions towards national development. In tonight's edition of the program, the Network on the Gender-Based Violence organized a two-day sensitization with district authorities and stakeholders held in Lamenkombo North. The program was meant to discuss pertinent issues affecting women and girls on gender-based violence. I am Fatuma Simaha. Thank you for joining us. In its bid to improve understanding and increase awareness of ending all forms of violence against women and girls in society, the Network on Gender-Based Violence recently organized a forum to sensitize local authorities and traditional leaders. The role of traditional leaders, according to the Paramount Chief Alhaji Demba Sanyang, is crucial in reducing gender-based violence in society.
Certainly, district authority, they have got a big role to play as far as the gender base is concerned, because district authority is with the people, by people, for the people. I think when they are well equipped, the gender-based violence would be certainly attended to, because it started from the household to the Kabilo and to the entire village that form the district.
And from your own perspective, do you think gender-based violence will be ended, it will be eradicated from the country? For example, is it a culture? Wife battering is a culture. Do you think now men will stop doing that to women?
Yes, there is a certain confusion when some people are thinking men and women should be 50-50. Well, we as 95% of Muslim Ummah, that is observed in many ways, but practically we would say there is going to be some, or there is some honor that is given to the women by the Islamic Ummah, and at the same time 50-50 is a word imported from Western. So therefore, we first and foremost, we think of our rich culture, which has a room in our Islamic. So, but definitely, when it comes to the other side of the coins, the violence in any form is not recommended by the Quran nor our culture. I would be grateful on behalf of our great leader, His Excellency, Sir Professor Dr. Alajia Ejeje Jame, my viewers and the people with me here, let us share the information and consultation. When this is in place, I can tell you, my daughter, everything will be in good order. Information, consultation, that will bring a friendly and better understanding.
The concept of creating the network on gender-based violence is to lay down preventive measures to reducing crimes, said Aja Kasasane, member of the network, who dilated on the importance of the existence of mutual understanding among men and women. Sane called on participants to disseminate the knowledge gained from the forum. For her part, Hadi Boch Barrow, the coordinator of the network, the group's main aim is to eradicate all forms of violence against women and girls. She called on other partners to join hands with network on gender-based violence in order to achieve their development goals.
Some of the success that the network against gender-based violence have registered, particularly when you talk about sensitization. In as much as we have not conducted any research which can show evidence, but based on the number of cases that are being reported through the network or Department of Social Welfare or police, who are our counterparts in doing this work, that shows that awareness is being raised. And apart from that, our radio programs, we used to receive a lot of phone calls, people admitting that it is through the network that they really understand some of the issues, particularly the Women's Act.
When you were saying about some of the complaints that you receive in your offices, what are some of the violence that you come across? Which one is common in the Gambia?
It is difficult to say which one is common, but I know, be it the survey conducted, the desk review by the Network Against Gender-Based Violence and the Women's Bureau, the survey that they have done, as well as some of the cases that are reported to us. I think among them is early and forced marriages, as something that is very common, where girls will be attending schools and they will call and say, I am forced to go out of school. And then in some instances, wife battering also is something that women are really complaining of, that their partners are beating them. Those are some of the issues. And the sexual violence is something that many people would not want to talk about it, but it's a serious issue that people will be calling and say, this is what I'm subjected and I don't know where to go. Normally we ask them, you can seek social welfare, they will be able to advise you. And often you see young girls that are pregnant, when you really interview them after coming to complain them that they are sent out of their compound because they are pregnant or they are threatening to be sent out, you will realize that that pregnancy in fact is as a result of forcing or one way or the other, but it's not their will. So those are issues that are common. Yes.
In receiving some cases, how do you solve the problems?
The network,
do you have partners?
Yes, the network, that's what I want to say exactly. The network in their capacity cannot solve the problem. But what we do is to link them to the appropriate authorities. And one of those authorities are Department of Social Welfare, sometimes police, because all these people are part of the network executive committee. Since the formation of network, we are working with the Gambia Police, we are working with Department of Social Welfare, Women's Bureau, and Child Protection Alliance, and FLAG, the Female Lawyers Association. So based on the case that is reported to us, we look at the appropriate institution, then we refer the individual or group to that particular place. Yes.
In your work, what are some of the challenges that you face?
Some of the challenges are, let's say, funding. We would have want to go to cover the entire country, but at this particular moment we can't. We have to minimize our coverage because of the funding. That is one issue. The other challenge is gender-based violence issues are sensitive issues, and some of them are cultural. So it is not easy for people to really understand. Then that is why we are doing a lot of sensitization to ensure that people understand.